Hello and welcome to this video. So in this video, we are going to learn about working capital. So first, we will understand what is the meaning of working capital, and then we will move on to solving a few problems where we will be calculating the working capital based on the given information. All right? Now, let's understand what is working capital. Now, forget working. Think about capital. So, when it comes to business, okay, what is the meaning of the term capital? Yes, it means money or resources, right? Now, read these two terms together, working and capital. Does anything strike to your mind? Yes, right? So, the money or the resources that are required for working, right? So, in a business, there are operational activities that happen on a daily basis, right? There are requirements on a daily basis, isn't it? So, the part of the capital which is required to meet the day to day requirements of business concerns, the day to day operational activities are called working capital, right? Now, how do we calculate the working capital? Let's find out. So, to calculate the working capital, you have to first find out the current asset, okay? And then you have to deduct current liabilities from it. Okay? So, the working capital is current asset minus current liabilities. Now, if your liability is more than the asset, then of course your working capital will be negative. Okay? Now let's solve a few questions to get a better understanding on how to calculate the working capital. Okay? So here goes question number 1, where we have the price per unit of raw material, direct labor, overheads, total cost, profit and selling price. Okay? Now, let's read the piece of given information because it is very important and it will help you to solve the question, okay, to calculate the working capital. All right. So here raw materials is held in stock for 1 month, work in progress on an average for half month, finished goods for 1 month, credit to suppliers for 1 month, to debtors, credit allowed to debtors is 2 months. Then time lag in payment of wages is half weeks. Okay. Then time lag in payment of overhead expense. Okay, overhead expense is again 1 month. 1/4 of the sales is made on cash. Okay, that means 3/4 remaining, right? Next, cash in hand and at bank is 50,000. Okay, and the expected level of production is 1,04,000 units. Okay, and for a year of 52 weeks. Okay, and the last line is very important because it is giving you a major information, that is 4 weeks is equivalent to 1 month. Okay, so here we have 4 weeks equal 1 month, right? Next, in 52 weeks, how many units are produced? It's 1,04,000 units, right? So calculate for 1 week. It will be 1,04,000 by 52 units, right? This will give you 2,000 units. All right. Now here we are talking about half weeks. Okay. So we have to maintain the same thing throughout the solution. So that means wherever we are talking about 1 month, we will convert it into 4 weeks. Okay. If it is 2 months, of course, it will become 8 weeks, right? And so on. So basically, we are going to talk about week here. The entire calculation will be in terms of week. That's why we have to find out the number of units that will be produced in 1 week. Okay, which is 2000. Now, let's proceed further and let's start the calculation. So as we know, as we discussed, that to calculate the working capital, you need to find out current asset and you need to find out the current liabilities, right? So we will start with current asset. Okay, here we go. So first we will calculate the raw material. It's 2000 units for 1 month, right? So it will be 4 weeks and the price is 150. Okay, the price is 150. So this will give us 12 lakhs. All right. Next, let's come to work in progress. Okay. Now, when you are calculating the work in progress, okay, there's a simple thing that you have to keep in mind. If there is no instruction given to you, okay, if there is no instruction given to you, then how will you calculate the amount per unit for work in progress? Okay. In this case, you will consider material to be 100%. Okay. You will consider labor, the wages, to be 50%. Okay. And you will consider the overhead expenses to be 50%. All right. So material 100. That means 150. Labor 50%. That means 50, its half will be 25. Overhead expenses 50%. Here the total is 130. So the half will be 65, right? So this will give you 240. Okay, done. So let's do the calculation here. So here we get, let me clear the screen first so that I'll have space to write. Okay, yeah. So here we will get 2000 into, we have half month, work in progress for half month, right? So it will be 2 weeks and total will be 240, right? So this will give you 9,60,000, right? So it will give you 9,60,000. Okay. Next, finished goods. All right. So this will be 2000. Finished goods is for 1 month. So again, here you will have 4 weeks and the total will be, here it's already given, it's 330. Okay. This will give you 26,40,000. Okay. And then debtors, it will be 2000. For debtors, it is 2 months. That means 8 weeks, right? And then 1/4 is done by cash. So remaining is 3/4, right? And again, here you will use the total cost, okay, which is 330. This will give you 39,60,000. Okay. And then cash in hand is rupees 50,000. So let's calculate the total here. Here we get the total as 88 lakhs 10,000. Okay, you're going to add all of them. All right, and this will be the total of current asset. Okay, now let's calculate the current liabilities. All right. So for current liabilities, we will first calculate the creditor. This will be 2,000, and it's for 1 month. So this will be 4 weeks, and the price is 150. Okay, the raw material. So again, this will give you 12 lakhs, right? And then next is wages. Okay, the time lag in payment of wages is half weeks. So this will be because here we have 50 as direct labor, right? So 50, this will give you 50,000. And then the overhead expense, this is 2,000, and then overhead expense for 1 month, that means 4 weeks, and overhead expense here is 130, right? So it will be 130, and this will give you total as 10 lakhs 40,000. Okay, now let's calculate the total here. Total is 22 lakhs 90,000. Okay, now to calculate the working capital, you have to deduct 88 lakhs 10,000 minus 22 lakhs 90,000, and this will give you 65 lakhs 20,000, which is your answer. Okay, this is your working capital. Now, I hope this question is clear to all of you. Now, let's move on to the next problem. Okay, here, prepare an estimate of working capital requirement from the following information of a trading concern. Okay, now projected annual sales is 10,000 units. Selling price is rupees 10 per unit. Percentage of net profit on sales is 20%. And here, the credit period for the customers is 8 weeks, and credit period for the suppliers is 4 weeks, and the stock holding is 12 weeks. Okay, and also 10% for contingencies. All right. Now here, first we have to do a bit of calculation. Okay, based on these 3 lines. Okay, so projected annual sales is 10,000 units and selling price is 10 per unit, right? So here, the selling price of 10,000 will be 10,000 units, okay, into rupees 10. This will give you 1 lakh, right? Now here, in the third line, we have percentage of net profit on sales is 20%, right? So we have to calculate 20% of 1 lakh, which is 80,000, right? So now you have to deduct 80,000 out of 1 lakh, and this will sorry, I just made a mistake. Okay, this will be 20,000, right? And here you have to deduct 20,000. This will give you 80,000, right? Done. So I hope you have understood these 2 things. First, 10,000 units are being projected as annual sales, right? So it costs, the selling price is 10 per unit. So of course for 10,000 units, it will be total 1 lakh. Now the net profit on sales is 20%, right? So that means they are selling it at a profit. So 20% of 1 lakh is 20,000. Now deduct 20,000 from 1 lakh. This will give you the cost 80,000. Okay. So now all the calculations will be done on the basis of 80,000. Okay. So now let's proceed. First, as we know, we have to calculate the current asset, right? So let's calculate the current asset. So for debtors, it will be, and if nothing, if no information is given, so you can consider that 1 year equals 52 weeks and you can do your calculation based on that. Okay. So yeah, for debtors, it is 8 weeks, right? Credit period allowed to the customers is 8 weeks. So for the debtors, it is 8 weeks. So 80,000 into 8 by 52. Okay. This will give you 12,307 approx. Okay. Then comes to stock, which is 80,000, okay, by 52 into how many weeks? 12 weeks here, stock holding, right? So this will be into 12 and this will give you 18,463 approx. Okay. Now what is the total here? Total will be 30,770. Okay. Now let's come to current liabilities. All right. So here the only liability we have is the credit period for by the suppliers. Okay, the credits is for 4 weeks, right? So it will be 80,000 by 52 into 4 and this will give you 6154 approx. Okay. Now, as we know, the working capital, okay, what you have to do here is for working capital. Working capital will be 30,770 minus 6154 and this will give you 24,616. Now do not forget, here we have another term, that is 10% for contingencies. So here 10% of 24,616 will be, of course, 2463 approx. Okay. So this will be added. Okay. Here you just write, you can simply write add 10% for contingencies. Okay. And this will give you 27,078 rupees approx. Okay. So this will be your answer. I hope you have understood, you have got a clear idea of what working capital is, and you have understood, you have learned how to calculate the working capital based on the given set of information. All right. So see you all in the next video. Thank you so much.